Title: The Man Who Came Back for the Basement. Let me start by saying that I've never believed in ghosts or anything paranormal. I've always been a logic-first kind of person. I fix computers for a living, for God's sake. So when I tell you what happened in the fall of 2023, just know that I've run out of rational explanations. And I haven't slept right since. It started with a house. I'd been searching for months, just got out of a long, toxic relationship and wanted a fresh start. I live in northern Pennsylvania, where the housing market is weirdly cheap if you're willing to go rural. And I was. I found a 1920s fixer-upper about an hour outside of Scranton. Chipped paint, creaky floors, but structurally sound. The price was so low, I assumed it was a typo. But it wasn't. I signed the papers within a week. The real estate agent mentioned something offhand at closing. "You know the guy who used to own this house disappeared, right?" I laughed. "Like, went off the grid?" She shrugged, not meeting my eyes. "More like went into the basement and never came out." She meant it as a joke. I laughed it off. Big mistake. The first week was uneventful, peaceful even. I worked from home, fixed up the kitchen, and spent evenings drinking cheap wine and watching the wind roll over the hills. Then I opened the basement door. Now I wasn't avoiding the basement per se. I just didn't need to go down there yet. But one day, I needed a breaker reset and had no choice. The door groaned open like something out of a horror movie cliché. The air that rushed out was musty and cold. It smelled old. Not like mold or mildew, but like an antique shop sealed shut for decades. The stairs were steep and narrow. Halfway down, my phone screen flickered and died, even though it had 80% battery. No signal. I called out a nervous, "Hello?" before I could stop myself. Nothing. But as I hit the bottom step, I heard something shift in the dark. A drag, like cloth or something heavy being pulled across concrete. I froze. "Hello?" I said again, louder. Nothing. I found the breaker, flipped the switch, and the lights blinked on. Bare bulbs swinging from old wires. The basement was just a basement. Dusty shelves, empty paint cans, old furniture. No murder scene, no monsters, except for a large wooden box in the corner, half covered with a tarp, and nailed shut. I didn't open it right away. I'm not stupid. I posted a photo of the box in a local Facebook group asking if anyone knew what it was. Someone replied, "That looks like a Victorian safety coffin. They used to put bells on them in case someone got buried alive." No bell on this one. Just deep scratches on the inside of the wood, like fingernails. I didn't sleep that night. The next day I opened the box. Inside was a blanket, old woolen and covered in some kind of crusted red-brown stains, and underneath it, bones, small ones. I called the police. They took the remains and sealed off the basement for 3 days. When they left, they didn't say much, just that it would take time to identify anything. They also hinted that it might be animal bones. Right. But here's where things get worse. After the police left, the noises started. Scraping under the floorboards, low moans, just barely audible, whispers that I could never quite make out. At night, I'd hear something dragging itself across the house, slow, deliberate, like it was trying not to wake me. But I never actually saw anything, not until the 3rd week. That's when I found the footprints, bare human footprints, leading from the basement door to the foot of my bed. Muddy, wet, fresh. Every morning, I changed the locks, bought security cameras, slept with a knife under my pillow. The cameras never caught anything, just static every time the basement door opened. Then came the dream. I was standing at the foot of the stairs. At the bottom, someone was whispering my name over and over, not shouting, whispering, begging. "Come down, come see, come down." I went down in the dream. The lights didn't work. I had to follow the voice into the pitch dark. When I reached the corner where the box had been, I saw him, tall, pale, wearing the same blanket I had found in the box. His hands were raw, bloody. He reached for me. That's when I woke up. But my feet were covered in dust. Basement dust. The next day, I decided I was done. I packed a bag and was ready to leave for good when I saw something in the mirror. My reflection smiled before I did. Then it mouthed something. "Come down." I left that night. I didn't even lock the door. 3 weeks later, I got a call from the police. They found another body, buried in the yard. An adult male, roughly the same size as the man who originally owned the house. They think the bones in the box were his daughter's, and that he buried himself alive in the coffin out of guilt. But here's the part I haven't told anyone. Only you. I've moved into a new apartment. Top floor, no basement, no weird boxes. But every night, just as I'm falling asleep, I hear something. Scraping. Like someone dragging themselves up 6 flights of stairs. Slowly, deliberately. And last night I found a footprint outside my door. Muddy, bare, fresh.